Hey, this is Matt, the founder of AutoGrow.co, as you may already know. And in this video, I'm talking about is starting up an online business really that risky? Starting up an online business really that risky? So I want to tell you a quick story. Um, I've been here in beautiful Medellin, Colombia, former the 30 plus years ago during the age of Pablo Escobar was the murder capital of the world. Today, it's kind of like a hidden gem for expats and others that come here to visit like me. It's a beautiful city and is just grown and is so much safer than it was back then. It's safer than many American cities, in fact. But anyway, I've been living here the last several months, and I had a friend fly in who we'll call Sam. She flew in to visit me and my girlfriend Mariana here, and she stayed for about 10 days. She took off time from work to come here and visit. And Sam, she's one of the she's a college friend of mine, one of my closest friends, and certainly one of the smartest friends that I have as well. So she came here to visit, and we did all this awesome stuff. We went on the um, different tours. We went to see the different historical little pueblitos around here. We tried different restaurants, different parks, different historical tours. The Pablo Escobar tour, of course and so much more. Just beautiful views all around the city. Learned so much, saw so much. Uh, but the last night that she was here, we sat down and we were talking for a while. It was at the end of a long day, and we were just being open with each other about numbers, about how much money we're making, um, and we just kind of compared notes because Sam is a lawyer, and we're the same age. We got out of college at the same time. Of course, she had to go to 3 extra years of college to actually become a lawyer. Um, but comparing notes on that, I got to understand, okay, what her salary was, how much her actual take-home pay was after you deduct, for taxes, for the 401k, for um, really her student debt, which was just enormous. I mean, I had no idea, but actually it's from kind of listening and doing a little more research. This is really, really common. So and I bring it up in this video because I know that a lot of other people out there, might be watching this video or reading our blog who are just that you like to maybe be an observer. You're kind of maybe thinking about starting a business the same way that Sam, my friend was. And so we were talking about this. We were comparing notes, and I think that the biggest takeaway was just the massive contrast between our lifestyles, what we're learning, and just, what was the future outlook? What did it look like? So Sam, you could say, kind of took the more, traditional route of, becoming a lawyer because, nothing wrong with that. That's what she decided to do when she was 10 years old. She knew then that she wanted to be a lawyer, and that's awesome. Um, but however, after getting into it, she now knows today that what she didn't know then was that the lifestyle is it kind of sucks. She's always working all the time. She's always answering emails. She's working, you know, uh, many more hours per week than she had anticipated. There's just not a lot of control around her time in general, including outside of work, and that is extremely stressful. Add on top of that the fact that her personal debt because of her student loans, and yeah, it's nice that she's pulling down six figures in salary, but after you deduct everything, it's significantly less than that. Um, Not even counting the fact that she has over $200,000 in student loan debt that she has to take care of. Most of that, not even having to do with the primary college where she just got her bachelor's from. That's almost all paid off. And she's right now on a 20-year plan. So by the time that's paid off, she's spending like $1,800 towards it every month. So in 20 years, it will be paid off. But you know what? With interest, it's going to look something more like $340,000. Like, think about that. That's crazy. So not only is it crazy stressful, not only does she not have control of her time, but she has this massive debt that's going to take her easily a fifth or a quarter of the rest of her life to just pay off. I mean, that sucks. And then, but then she was talking and she was asking me questions and kind of comparing and contrasting, because she thinks that she wants to find a way to get out of that. And she thinks, and I think too, that starting a business is probably the way to pay down the debt faster and have a much better lifestyle. Because for me, I've been able to travel literally for the last year to work remotely. And I'm not trying to brag here, but it's a fact. You know, although my take-home pay is less at the moment than hers, as someone who has spent years, becoming as a lawyer and working her way up and getting her way into the current law firm where she is, you know, the quality of life that I have is better. I could literally fall asleep now if I wanted, wake up in 48 hours, and things would not be on fire because I've designed the business to be that way, and because we have a marketing system that helps to enable that, so that things are still happening and sales are still being made as that's actually going on. Uh, so I've been, and not only that, but starting a business has given me transferable skills that I can use uh, in any discipline should I need for any reason to actually get a real job. Uh, you know, like that I can go and I can do that if need be. I know how to sell, I know how to code, I know how to set up apps, I know how to read analytics, I know how to look at a design, I knew how to do, quality testing, I know how to write content, I know how to market content, and on, because I've just had that experience getting started up, and it is stressful in the beginning. It can be stressful because there's some uncertainty there, but if you get past that point, the rewards are so much worth it. So anyway, the moral of the story and what I wanted to kind of convey to you today is that the so-called traditional path is, if you're on the sidelines, if you're thinking of starting a business, don't assume that your position is not risky at all. Because if for some unforeseen reason my friend were to get sick and she couldn't have her job anymore, or if there was a recession, there were layoffs, her position is much more risky than mine, where I have a different lifestyle, I have systems set up, and I have very little debt by comparison. So you really want to consider that. And if you're going to start your own business, which I encourage you to do, because that more than anything is going to de-risk your position, whether you are a freelancer, a consultant, or working in an established company like my friend Sam is. But the way to get started and the way to grow fast to the point where you can, if you lose your job, it's not that big of a deal, is you need a system, you need a sales funnel. And that's everything that we teach here. And it is one of the biggest focuses that we have here at autogrow.co. So if you want to learn more about how to set up your own successful sales funnel, I encourage you to go check out our 2 top selling products. You can click on the link right here in the navigation, and check out our sales funnel diagram pack, as well as our sales funnel blueprint. Both are very, very affordable, and it's currently unavailable. The doors are currently closed, but once every 3 months, if you want to get on the waiting list for it, we come out with our top tier training program, the 6-figure sales funnel, and you can opt in to learn more about that as well. All right, so that's it for today's video. If you have any questions about setting up your own sales funnel, if you're doing it now yourself, or any questions in general that you'd like me to consider answering in a future Matt Hack video like this, I encourage you to leave a comment, let me know, and I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to consider answering it for you. Finally, if you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, let me know. I'd like to hear from you in that case as well. All right, so until next time, my name is Matt Hack in the Matt Hat, delivering you your daily dose of Matt Hacks. I'll see you in the next video. Keep hustling, stay focused.